Okay, hello. Today I'm going to talk about the SDGs and how that answer to the question of what is the environmental significance of use household oil in the creation of bar soap. Okay, and first of all, I researched and I think that the most important SDGs are the number 3 and the number 6. The number 3 refers to the health and well-being. Has an important environmental significance when household oil is disposed incorrectly because it can contaminate the environment and pose public health risk by affecting water quality that have different pathogenic microorganisms such as bacteria, viruses, and parasites. And when I refer to the number 6, I refer to the clean water and sanitation. That is related to the question because it directly addresses proper water management, like I said before. And the use of household oil use in the creation of soaps contribute to water conservation by avoiding contamination. When used oil improperly poured down, it drains and it can contaminate water sources. And when used oil is poured into drains or drummed directly, it can infiltrate and contaminate groundwater sources and become grey water.
So now we are going to talk about the management plan for oil spills. So the principal objective is to reduce the pollution, promote the recycle and the reuse, to create the biodiesel or a soap. So the plan has different components. So the first is diagnosis. This point is talk about the identification of source. So the authorities identify the principal source of oil. So the second point is about the education. At this point, the educational campaigns are being made about negative effects of pouring improperly used oil. The third point is the collection infrastructure. So some points of recollection and some safe containers are defined. The fourth point is the recollection and transportation. The recollection system starts to recollect regularly the oil. The next point is the treatment and recycle. In this point, the oils arrive at treatment plants which give a different use. The next point is the normativity. So the legal compliance are created. The next point is the monitoring. In this point, the Minister of Environment controlling and monitoring the efficiency of the plan.
With the environmental implication. First of all, we know that the sewage system of Facatativa transports three types of water. The first is domestic water, that is specifically the grey water. Second is rainwater, and third is industrial wastewater. Now, in the sewage system, if we don't elaborate bar soap with household oil, this oil can transport in three types of water to the sewage system. What is the danger? That in the tubes of the sewage system, little parts of the oil can glue to the wall of the tubes, and in a major part, it can block that tubes, affecting the sewage system of Acatativa. And if this oil arrives to the water treatment plants, it exists two filters to eliminate these problems, like separate liquid and solids in the water in the plant, and also apply chemical compounds that eliminate dangerous compounds of the water. And for last, if the oil eliminated this part, it is good, but in some cases the oil create a surface in the water that affect the chemical compounds that eliminate the dangerous compounds of the water. So it is so bad for the city and for the clean water for the people.
We'll have protective measures for this process. Wake a watch glass with help of the grammar. Tear the watch glass in the grammar. On that watch glass, put the caustic soda until we obtain 65 grams. In a graded cylinder, measure 150 milliliters of this distilled water. Now in a beaker, 250 milliliters and the distilled water, and after add a caustic soda, slowly follow the biosafety measure. With help of a strainer, we pass the used oil to remove results. Now to measure the oil, we will use a graded cylinder 3 times to obtain the site measure of 500 grams of oil. In a glass container, put the oil and then the mixture. Remember to put first the oil and then the mixture. Start to stir the mixture with the help of the soap spoon for 5 minutes. From now until the moment man is transformed into a semi-solid state, don't stop mixing. While we stir with the help of a dropper 10 drops of colorant, 5 minutes later with the help of a dropper add 10 drops of essence. When we reach a point where the mixture obtains a semi-solid state, transfer to the dessert molds and set it rest in a place where the sun doesn't reach them. 3 days later, unmold it and cover it absorbent paper for a paper for a month. Saponification is the hydrolysis of an ester in a basic medium, and the opposite is esterification. One of the physicochemical tests we have is humidity. In our soap, a balance was evident which we consider is good for domestic use. For making soap with oil, we can also see an effective property such as amphipathic, which allows the soap to emulsify fats and oils water. The ends this tends to produce a moderate foam, not as abundant as soaps made with high contents of oil industrialization.